Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. We've got a smoky boy. So, RAUCHBIER MARZEN, 6.1%, 440 ml can. It's by King River Brewing, and they're in the King Valley, which is north of Melbourne, sort of northeast of Melbourne. It's beautiful sort of high country. Unfortunately, been affected by bushfires a few times, but yeah, really, really beautiful place. These guys are known for their lagers, and yeah, it's going to be awesome trying a Roush beer from them. I think this was in collaboration with Carwyn Cellars, which is my favourite bar in Melbourne. So I've got the Carwyn glass. And yeah, sort of hoping that it's got shades of Schledenkerler smoked beers from Bamberg in Germany. I love the fact that the labelling's very similar. Bit of a piss take there. So yeah, they've said on the back, Roush beer is an incredible combination of savoury and sweet packed into your glass. Using our Märzen lager as a base provides an elegant showcase for how smoke can add a wonderful savoury finish to a malty beer. It may take 2 or 3 sips, but once you've warmed your palate, you will be in love with the smoky finish to this beer. So yeah, looking forward to it. Let's crack in. Oh yeah. And I've just knocked off afternoon shift, first night of the week. It's a little bit rough. So yeah, let's hope the rest of the week's a bit easier. So I'm pouring into my Carwyn glass. It's a bit of an odd glass to have a Roush beer in, but what the hell? Oh, I can smell that smoke already. So yeah, the glass is a bit dirty. So yeah, whenever I go to the bar, this is the sort of glass you sort of have. Normally, like most of us will get 150 ml pours because yeah, it's a good way to get through the tap list. Cheers, Craig. Good to see you, brother. It's Roush beer time, dude. So yeah, colour. I would say sort of like a burnt orange, like a dark straw. Sort of hard to describe. It's very lively carbonation, relatively clean and clear, and about a 1 finger head. And I'd say probably light to medium body. It looks pretty cool. Hope you're well, brother. So yeah, let's go a whiff, shall we? So it smells very bready. Maybe a touch of toffee as well. And you're getting a little touch of smoke. I'm getting like a woodsy vibe. And that honey ham. You can definitely tell it's got Bamberg smoked malt. The highest quality. But yeah, when I first cracked it and poured it in, sort of had it like about this far away from my face, I could smell the smoke straight away. But just like going in, having a proper whiff, it's a bit more subdued behind the other flavors or the other aromas. I'm getting some like dried fruit as well. But yeah, you're getting like a honey woodsy vibe. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. The smell's nice. Yeah, it's the only review I've scheduled in for tonight, but I feel like there might be another one after this. I do have quite a few smoked beers in the fridge. Anyway, enough sniffing. Let's get into it. Cheers. It's not quite as punchy as your Schlenkirchen, but it's definitely there. They've probably aimed for a more subtle, smoky approach. Just they probably didn't want to scare people. But yeah, you're getting bread, biscuit, caramel. Definitely getting like the honey ham, the woodsy vibe. The smoke, I just wish it was more like robust. It's there, but it's just not quite enough. Like, yeah, I reckon that's what it would be though. I reckon they would have like dialed it down a bit because yeah, they probably thought, oh, if it's real intense, people won't buy it or people won't like it. Well, that's what I'm thinking anyway. It might just be they just don't have their balance quite right. Because yeah, I was expecting more like yeah, just more oomph with the smoke. You could say it's probably pretty well rounded though. I mean, the malt, like the sweet malt, isn't too intense either. So it's like it's all sort of all pretty mellow together, if you get what I mean. Could also be sort of beer once it warms a bit, might open up. But yeah, initially sweet bread, biscuit, like sort of like toffee. Um, I feel like there's a yeah, like a yeah, you definitely get that. Then the honey ham, the smoke sort of comes in, the woodsy, and I feel like there's like a little touch of like dried fruit as well. It's not really like earthy or grassy or certainly no pine or anything like that. It drinks like a low end medium. Hmm. I like it, but just when it comes to a Roush beer, I just want the smoke up in your face. Cheers, brother. Paul, drinking a Roush that just isn't quite there with the smoke. It's good, but when you've drank all those Schlenkirches, you know what you want. Yeah, exactly. Sublime amounts of smoke. I want it to be like you're driving next to a bushfire. Anyway, I'll pour some more. Let's see what happens. It looks the part though. It looks nice. It's probably not quite as dark as like your Schlenkerla. Maybe a little thinner too. Oh, just when I first cracked the can and it was away from my nose, I thought, huh, Hang on, we're going to have a beauty here. But I am enjoying it, no doubt, but I just really wanted more with the smoke. I think the malt base is really nice. It's like sweet, but not too much. It's good balance between the different malt. Now it's got me wanting to try one of those stouts that are smoky. So the two stouts I've got, one of them I've already had before. I had it 2 weeks ago, and I know it's fucking awesome. It's a smoky imperial stout in maple bourbon barrels. Absolutely phenomenal. I had it, I shared it with a mate a couple of weeks ago, and it was really, really good. And then the other one I've got, that's from a Melbourne brewery. And then the other one I've got is a big peated, actually, it might be a peated barley wine. It's by Bacchus. They're in Brisbane, and they're known for their huge like imperial stouts and barley wines and stuff. But it's meant to be really, really peaty. They use one of the old school Scottish peated barrels. So they're two beers I'm really looking forward to. I've still got like heaps of stuff in the fridge. I've done either a review or two reviews a day, and just don't seem to be getting through them very quickly. But no smasher beers. So when I say dried fruit, I get like dried apricot or something like that. Like a stone fruit. Hmm. Yeah, the bready's nice, like sweet bread. Hmm. It's one of those things. It's like I enjoy it, but it's like just part of me wanted more. And 6.1%, I'd say it probably drinks like that. It certainly didn't seem boozy, but there was enough sort of, I don't know, alcohol there to know that it was solid, like decent. It'd be the sort of brewery I'd love to visit. They're like, up in the high country. So on the back it says Australian malt, high country water, German beach smoked malt, hops and yeast. And I love with like the independent craft breweries how they have that label on the cans or the bottles. Just to show you that you're not buying from like AB InBev or Lion or all those Asahi, all those big motherfuckers. Hmm. So score for this. I'm probably going to say about a 4.1 out of 5. Like I think it's good, but it's just I've had plenty of lagers from these guys, and I just expected them to sort of knock it out of the park, and it's good, like it's solid, but it's just not up in your face with the smoke. It's I think as a craft beer lover and a lover of smoked beers, I think most people would be slightly disappointed and would have expected a little more. It's like the smoked malt just needed to be like the ratio needed to be increased. I mean, smoked malt from Germany is probably really expensive, so. But yeah, I feel like they've probably brewed it how they wanted it, just because of the market. They've just gone for a more approachable smoked beer, whereas someone like me wants something that's like Schlenkerl. Cheers, brother. I don't know what you. I can't remember what you think of smoked beers. I'm pretty sure you like them. But yeah, these guys, Jimmy, they're up in the high country, northeast of Melbourne, and yeah, like it's an area that's quite often affected by bushfires. I'm pretty sure they got affected pretty bad last bushfires. A lot of the like Victorian hop farms are in the same area, and there was a year or two where the whole hop farms got like wiped out, and that's why like it's not as silly as it sounds, but that's why I reckon Galaxy hasn't been as great the last few years as it used to be. Yeah, that'd be fucking awesome, Paul. Shit, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I remember I had another one from Bamberg. I can't remember the name, but it was no way near as smoky as Schlenkerla. I think if you're one of those people that once you have Schlenkerla and if you enjoy them thoroughly, it's like a benchmark. So every other smoked beer you have, you compare to that, and if it falls short, you just sort of like you're kind of disappointed. I mean, there's a lot of people that will have Schlenkerla and just go, "No, it's not for me." Yeah, that's it. Is it special or I have had Mars before, but I haven't had a smoked beer from them. I've just had like I think like a Bock, a Helles, maybe a German Pilsner. Yeah, it's definitely that special. Oh, that's cool, dude. I thought you would. I know that I remember that you don't like a lot of old English ales because I remember, like, yeah, you and Harry sort of joking about it. Yeah. Cheers, Breeders. Good to see you, dude. Yeah, liquid bacon. Have you had many of the Schlenkerla beers, dude? It's good to see. Yeah, see, a lot of the American boys I'm friends with, a lot of them hadn't tried them, but yeah, it seems like they're sort of making their way over there now into distribution. I mean, a lot of them might have just been scared to try them. 4.7. Cheers, Stewie. Good to see you, mate. I already scored this one, 4.1, brother. It's good, it's just not great. Cheers, Joey. Good to see you, dude. Oh, cool. That'd be awesome. Yeah, it's definitely a bucket list place for me. I don't know how far away Bamberg is from Munich, but they're like the two beer places I really want to check out. I mean, just so much of Germany I'd love to see. I reckon it'd be a really eye-opening country. It'd be good for like the rock and metal scene as well. Yeah. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, we get those mini kegs here, but they're too pricey. You're better off just buy the big bottles. Yeah, so this brewery, King River Brewing, out of the King Valley, they're specialty lager. Even these guys, the hat I've got on, Foreigner. Foreigner are based in Melbourne, in one of the suburbs. They're known for their Czech lagers. They're fucking unreal. I remember the first time I tried their, I think, what's it called? Yeah, they've got a Czech Pilsner called Permanent Resident, and I would rate it in probably the top three lagers in the country. It's real weird because they're this tiny little, like, industrial shed brew pub, but like they're so fucking good. It's almost like people still don't know about it. And like you go there and you're like, these lagers are like elite level. And like they even sort of change it up every now and then. Like I went there last time and like the dude's there playing music. He's like, "Oh, is there any music you want to hear?" And like you give him a few songs, and then he's there making toasted sandwiches for you, like just for nothing, just does it for love, like. And yeah, he's like, "Oh, I've got a black IPA. You want to try that?" But yeah, most of their stuff's like Czech inspired lagers, and just such a phenomenal place. I'd go there more often, but they're based in the Melbourne suburbs and they don't open till like 4 or 5 at night. So I can only sort of go there if I'm staying in the city. But yeah, I just can't get over how good they are. And yeah, a lot of beers I've tried from these guys have been banging. But yeah, another one, Jimmy, Slow Lane. Slow Lane are based up where One Drop are in Botany in Sydney. They're a really good lager brewery and like they do a lot of classic styles. Yeah, there's actually quite a few really good lager breweries in Australia. There never used to be, but just I reckon the last sort of 5 to 10 years they've really taken off. Cool. What percentage is the Yorkie? Yeah, I think Cologne's meant to be really good for music, like live gigs and stuff. Hashtag Icehouse. Hashtag Buddy Biggs. How you going, brother? Good to see you. Sorry I couldn't hang out with you on Jackman's this morning. It was just silly timing, bro. I really wanted to, but yeah, it was Monday morning for me and I had to work afternoon. So I was nearly just going to come up with a coffee, but yeah, I had other stuff on as well. Yeah, to be fucking unreal. One thing that sounded good, Craig was talking about a beer festival in Budapest. I was like, ooh, that sounds good. Yeah, for sure. You get to see my ugly mug and hear me talking absolute nonsense. Yeah. Craig's hair is very high, Mr. High Top. Yeah, it sounded good, dude. So yeah, I might wrap this up, and don't be surprised if I'm back with another one shortly. As I said, I've got some good dark beers that are smoked. I've also got a couple of IPAs, a fruit sour. Yeah, see what happens. But thanks everyone for chiming in. It's good to see all you dickheads. um, here we go. Cool. Yeah, Budapest and Prague have always been sort of bucket list for me. And yeah, like some of the German cities. But yeah, anyway, back to the beer. So yeah, I give this 4.1 out of 5. And yeah, as I said, King River Brewing, pretty awesome, like lager, an old classic style brewers, based in the King Valley, which is the high country. It was collaboration with my favourite bar in Melbourne, Carlin Cellars, and they're based in the north. Yeah, I want to do some more stuff from these guys. I might even check out see if they've got an online shop, do a bit of a mix, do like a showcase review. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, as I said, thanks everyone for chiming in, and we will see you again soon. Cheers.